Hey there, friends! Welcome to Springfield!
Stay tuned for more fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's the family that started it all. But what's the real story behind The Simpsons? Hi, I'm your host, and here are 24 things you never knew about the Simpsons family. Matt Groening was inspired to create The Simpsons after watching a particularly brutal episode of The Flintstones. He thought, wouldn't it be great if I could create a cartoon family that was dysfunctional, but still loved each other? Despite being horrible to each other, The Simpsons were originally meant to be a series of shorts on The Tracy Ullman Show. Groening felt that the half-hour format of traditional sitcoms forced too much plot, so he was happy with the limitations of the short form, which forced him to focus on just the characters and their dialogue. The show's creator initially wanted to call the series The Simpsons, but the name didn't stick until later. During the first few shorts, the family was known simply as The Simpsons. But by the time the series was picked up, the name had been changed to The Simpsons. The original version of The Simpsons theme song was drastically different. It was performed by a full orchestra and featured lyrics, none of which made it into the final version used in the series. The yellow color of The Simpsons skin was inspired by a comic strip. Matt Groening liked the idea of a non-white family, but he didn't want them to be explicitly black or any other race. So he chose yellow as a way to make the family stand out from other cartoons of the time. Speaking of which, the family's iconic hairstyles were also inspired by comics. The exaggerated versions of 1950s styles were chosen to give each character a distinct look that could be easily identified. The family lived at 742 Evergreen Terrace. The street name was taken from one of Matt Groening's favorite houses in Springfield, Oregon. He chose number 742 because it was the first house on the street to have a Jewish holiday bush. In the first episode of The Simpsons, there's a brief shot of a newspaper with a headline that reads, Bart Simpson, 8, wins school election. This foreshadowed Bart's victory in the election held in the second episode, Bart the General. The first season of The Simpsons was not picked up until the 13th episode had already aired. Fox didn't believe that a cartoon could succeed as a mid-season replacement, so they only ordered 7 episodes to be produced. They soon changed their minds, though, and the remaining 6 episodes of the first season were produced. Don Castellaneta was initially hired to play only Principal Skinner and Superintendent Chalmers. However, he ended up voicing more than a dozen characters, including Homer Simpson. Castellaneta was filling in for another voice actor who had recently passed away. Castellaneta was initially uncomfortable following in his footsteps, but he eventually found his own groove as Homer. Nancy Cartwright was also asked to fill in for another voice actress. She had been hired to replace Marsha Wallace, who had been the original voice of Edna. When Wallace passed away, Cartwright ended up voicing several other characters, in addition to Bart Simpson, including Ralph Wiggum, Nelson Muntz, Todd Flanders, and more. Nancy Cartwright has said that she thinks of Bart as a little brother that she never had. She looks up to him as a role model and is fiercely protective of the character. This led to some tension between Cartwright and Matt Groening, as Groening often wrote Bart as a mischievous troublemaker. Something that Cartwright felt went against her view of the character? The voice of Maggie Simpson almost went to another actress. During an interview, Maggie Roswell revealed that she had done the voice of Maggie for the unaired pilot episode of The Simpsons. She lost the part when the show was picked up by Fox, and they opted to hire a younger voice actress. Maggie's signature pacifier was added to the character after the pilot episode. This was done to help audiences distinguish between Maggie and her twin brother. Namon Henkasadier, who voices Moshe Slack, has said that he thinks of Mo as the heart and soul of the series. He feels that without Mo, the show wouldn't be the same. Julie Kavner, who voices Marge Simpson, has said that she thinks of Marge as a very sweet person, who's always trying to do the right thing. She believes that Marge's strength is her compassion and empathy. Harry Shearer, who voices Mr. Burns, Principal Skinner, and many other characters, has said that he enjoys playing villains the most. He finds them to be the most fun and challenging to perform. The Simpsons almost had a live-action version. During the early 90s, there were rumors circulating that a live-action adaptation of the show was in development. This was later confirmed by Matt Groening himself. There have been countless spin-off series featuring the Simpsons characters, but Matt Groening has said that he'd like to see a spin-off focusing on the town of Springfield and its citizens. There is a deleted scene from the episode Last Exit to Springfield that features an alternate version of the Simpsons family. In this scene, Homer is a police officer, Marge is a mob boss, Bart is a lawyer, Lisa is a saxophone player, and Maggie is a singer. Which Simpsons character is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming videos. See you next time.